washer needs fixed. So hop on YouTube and we're going to see if we can figure it out how to fix this thing. I'm going to watch this, then I'm going to go attempt to make a fix on my own.
Some washer that's unbalanced and it keeps stopping and never finishes washing your clothes. Well, that's
All right, so just this back I'm expecting to come off. All right, I think I figured out the hack. So instead of pushing this, you want to open them. So you want to open it so that it kind of pops out. The hard part is doing it with. Trick is to open it, don't push it in. All right, so yeah, so this should come out. The top cover. You have to hold this open for the top cover to come out because the way it's mounted. If you don't hold this open, you won't be able to get good leverage on it from what I can tell. But again, we're expecting some wires in there. Yep, those are the wires. So that's how I'm going to put that back down. Should be able to pop this, but there's a lever. All right, so I finally got it. What I did was I pushed this all the way, so I braced it down. It was already connected in. See if I can get that back in position now. It's already connected in. You have to push on this. So the clip is like this. This is holding it in. You push on this as hard as you can and you pull up. So, all right, so now that we got the top off, next step is to take out these two screws. There's one in here, the circles, and then we're going to take out the ground wires, screws apparently. So there's screws underneath these guys that you need to take out. So let's take these out and then take out the screws. Okay, so now we should be able to lift this guy up completely. Yep, so it comes off easy. Let's see. Yeah, I can't stress enough how somehow it's easier to lift when this lid is up. When the lid is down, it's like a heavy, I mean, I guess it's because the lid is heavy, but it's much heavier to move this thing with the lid down. So I recommend the lid up. All right, so kind of like a car hood, I decided to work with the wall as well as the this box here to kind of just give me a jack. So I think that should be good enough. It's not touching anything here that I need to work with. So let's get going. You gotta lift up and then slide out, and then there. Oh, okay. You push down, and then you can pull up. Okay, awesome. And it's kind of sticky. So I was seeing this, thinking I had to pull out, but you pull up, you push out, you push down, you pull out. Hopefully the glove doesn't get sticky, and we can maneuver as we need to. It seems the best way. Also, these seem way stronger than these. I'm just gonna compare the two. Yeah, definitely thicker material than these ones. So maybe partly the material. This material is very thin and kind of flimsy, and then the age, obviously. But I think the lining grease will help. Looks like the default ones that get shipped with the material with the washer aren't really that strong. All right, so let's hope this should also help with the dampening and the protection of this rod. So this first one is going to get some lightning grease. I just plan on lubricating this rod as much as possible. And then getting it back in there. All right, so first thing to do is flip this back in there. So that's in there. And now we're going to lift this guy as tight as possible so I can lift with one hand and get this guy. And in here, looks like there is, oh, watch your hands. Looks like this is a little tight, so maybe okay, great. Lift high. So it's not the material. I thought it was the material was thicker, but it's in there, and that's good. All right, so I went ahead and took out that one, replaced second rod. One thing I wanted to call out is that these rods need to sit inside this parallel slit. This one was actually sitting on top of it, and I realized I was wrong, so I lifted it up, made sure that it's sitting inside there. Also, it's going to be helpful to have a paper towel while you're doing this. This one is connected, and it's rotated around these tubes. So I'm just going to take it out. All right, so everything is in as far as I'm aware. We're just going to try to put everything back together at this point. All right, so I put the screws back in, the big screws back in. I put the ground screws back in. I'll say a couple of things. Thankfully, the way I approached it was not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. The video I was watching, you had to take off the back cover, or he took off the back cover, and that's how he was able to get to the back ones, the back rods, but that seemed pretty difficult. Thankfully, the way I went from the top worked out really well. And that's why I like to kind of share my experiences, because you may, like, I was going off a video, but I did it a little differently than he did, and I think my way was, in my opinion, a little bit easier than his approach. So hopefully this can help someone else do this job a little easier with the lessons I learned. You do want to have the right tools for the job, and it's just a Phillips, ideally a drill. All right, moment of truth. So we've got the washer cleaned up. We got a load of laundry in here. Toss a Tide Pod in there. And we'll just do normal. I'll go ahead and get started for everything to get going. So this is it spinning. You hear it shaking, but it hasn't ran into the unbalanced issue. And so this is a win. This is confirming the fix.